Well, they've asked me to share just a moment with you as we get going. I don't know if it's how I got here or why I got here, but just to share a little bit with you about the journey that got me to stand on this stage as the new CEO of Florida Family Voice, and maybe give you just a glimpse of where we're going. I'm going to do more of the vision towards the end, but let me give you a quick snapshot of my world. Some of you in the room are friends for a long time. You'll know that my career started in college sports. I put on college football bowl games. In fact, back in 2004, I got to start the first ACC football championship. That would be really cool if I liked the ACC, but as a diehard Gator, that was a tough one to swallow. But when the ACC expanded to 12 teams, I wrote the first words that would start that game up in Jacksonville, Florida. Friends, I want to tell you that when I was 30 years old, I was offered a job that I thought was the end goal of where my career would end up. And I just want to say that there's many in this room that would understand when I say that was the moment that I realized the thing I was chasing wasn't really the thing. And when you realize the thing that you're chasing isn't the thing, you have to then ask this question of what is it that God has in store for my life, for my path, for my calling. And friends, what I'll tell you is that led me, after a series of intersection with the Lord, to start the Tim Tebow Foundation in my guest room. Tim and I had known each other for a few years, and I knew Tim to be a obviously incredible human being, but also a fighter for the great causes that I believed in as well. And so for 8 years, I walked alongside Tim, and we built many different things. I think probably most notably, we built something called Night to Shine, got to start Night to Shine back in 2014, which is a prom for people with special needs, and we got to see what it looks like when you honor and value people that maybe society might look at the least. I left Tim in 2017 and went to go help Chris Tomlin. If you don't know who Chris is, you've probably sung his songs. He's a Christian musician. He's the most sung artist in history, and Chris had a broken heart for the foster care crisis in our country. And so I started working for Chris, and then all of a sudden, some of you might know we got a new governor back in 2018 named Ron DeSantis. Name may have come up here or there. And Ron DeSantis said, I want to make faith and community a priority in the state of Florida. The truth is, I didn't know if he meant it. I know that his words to me were, Eric, can we build something like Night to Shine for foster care children? What he meant to say was, how do we honor foster care children through the church like this happened back at the Tebow Foundation? And through a lot of prayer and some discernment, I entered government. Who wants to do that? And I said I'd be there for 1 year. I left last week after 6 years of walking alongside the governor. Friends, in Florida, we have and are the most faith and community-friendly state in the country, bar none. He meant what he said. He meant what he said, and we were able to put it in action. If I could leave you with one stat that is changing the game in Florida, because of the work of the church, looking upstream, Florida's foster care has been reduced by 35%, or 8,105 children. Things are changing because of that. I felt there were two things I learned in that process that I want to share with you that will give you a picture of why I'm here. One, I think there's moments in life where you see things you can't unsee. And I've been exposed to a series of things in my life that have changed the trajectory of my life. And two, my calling, so that I can save all of you from asking me individually, my calling is to see the capital C church collaborate, cooperate to step into the fullness of the authority of the capital C church. What's that look like in Florida? Florida has 17,000 Christian churches. 70% of our state says they are Christian. Quick math on 70 times 23 million, it's around 15 million people say that Christianity is a part of their life. And yet, simultaneously, their voice cannot be heard as loud as it should be. And so I'm excited as I step into this period of time. I believe, friends, the battlefield has moved. I believe Florida Family Voice stands right in the middle of the battles of our time, of our culture, and of our scripture. And I believe that the words that I quoted earlier, Florida happens to be where God has us starting. Family, make no mistake, is the family of God. There's nothing more powerful. It was God's plan A. It's been a structure for 2,000 years. It will not be stopped. It can only be quieted, and we're going to do everything we can to make it louder than ever. We're going to make it as bold as we can make it. We're going to equip and train and teach. And then I'll simply share with you the reason I think FFV is on the front line and why I think they're the most strategic organization in the state is because sitting here right now, the four things they stand for, life, marriage, family, religious liberties, are the four things under attack. And if I could give one more plug to an amazing board, is that board, on the first day we did a quick introduction, and I realized the board of FFV represents 206 people, represent 240 years of marriage. So we're not just talking about it, we're living it, and I'm excited tonight to have you guys be a part of where we're going, be a part of the vision that we're pitching, and be a part of the movement that is Florida Family Voice.